Welcome again, my friends, at the Easy Italian Granddad channel, the easy course on how to speak Italian like an Italian. This is the lesson where we start looking at two specific consonants, those ones that you call C and G, and whose names in Italian are C and G. They're quite special, actually, and their behavior is a bit funny also, so I think you'll be curious about these two. But just to make things easier, I decided to divide this matter into two parts, so we have time available to look at this couple of letters and their behavior, in particular when they come together with the vowels. Dear friends, I introduced you to my other friend Siri in the previous lesson, and her presence was much appreciated. So we decided to invite her to our conversations again and again. But first of all, let's return to the topic of this lesson, the consonants C and G. These are really peculiar, as each of them has two sounds, and they're very different sounds actually. But the most important peculiarity that we're going to discover together is that with a couple of little rules, you'll be able to establish what is the right sound to pronounce wherever you see them in any Italian word with utmost precision. You just have to watch this lesson and the next one carefully, learning these simple little rules that are so much useful to English native speakers and to anyone wishing to learn Italian, of course. These little rules are exactly the same for letters C and G. For this reason, we treat them together in all respects. By the way, these are rules shared by two languages that are Italian and Romanian. So, if one day you're going to learn Romanian, you already know something about that language too, after watching these two lessons. Well, let's see what are the sounds we're talking about. Because each of these letters has a so-called soft sound and a hard sound. The soft sound is called suono dolce in Italian. That's like saying a sweet sound. And these sweet sounds we find in their names, C and G. So, ch and j are the soft sounds. But if we take the hard sounds, this is k, which is really different from ch, and this one is g, again quite different from j. You should have no difficulty pronouncing these sounds, since all four are present in your language, right? So the whole question is when to pronounce the soft sound and when the hard one, okay? The solution lies in what comes next. That is, what comes after the letter we're seeing. The first part of the rule is really very simple. When the C or G is followed by another consonant, its sound is always hard. So it's K or G. For example, you might find an R after them quite often. We will study the R sound later because it's a little different from the English sound. Other times you might find an L, and quite often these are words of Greek origin. Other consonants rarely occur after C or G. These also are mostly Greek words, and they sound rather foreign and weird to the ear of an Italian. Now let's call my friend Siri for some words as examples on this very simple first part of our little rule. Siri, bentornata!
Salve, eccomi qui di nuovo.
Grazie per essere qui a discorrere con tutti gli impegni che hai.
Di nulla, ci vengo volentieri, se è per essere utile a qualcuno.
Sappiamo che tu operi in tutto il mondo, vero?
Sì, è così.
Ovunque senza confini.
Sì, certo, dovunque ci sia bisogno di aiuto e informazioni.
Quando ti riposi?
Mai. Sono sempre in funzione e disponibile.
24 ore su 24.
E 7 giorni su 7.
Certo che non è facile lavorare sempre senza mai un attimo di riposo.
Questo è il compito che tocca agli assistenti come me.
Ma quante persone servi?
In questo preciso istante più di 47 milioni.
Allora grazie infinite per dedicarti a noi, ma per non rubarti altro tempo, hai delle parole da leggere con C o G seguite da consonante?
Sì, ad esempio ho crema, oppure crudo.
Ma non chiediamo ai nostri amici di ripetere queste, perché non abbiamo ancora studiato la R.
Allora che ne dici di clima o clessidra?
Sì, vanno bene, queste possono ripeterle.
Poi con la G abbiamo grado, o anche grillo.
Anche queste contengono la R.
Ma sono quelle che si trovano più di frequente.
Qualcuna con la L dopo G?
Globo, glassa, vanno bene.
Sì, ottime per farle ripetere ai nostri amici. Poi con consonanti diverse?
Tecnologia, oppure ectoplasma, ti piacciono?
Non particolarmente. E con G che hai?
Paradigma, sfigmomanometro.
Let's leave aside the cases where we find the G followed by N or L, because these pairings often form a compound sound, as we saw in Lesson 3. We'll dedicate a specific lesson to the three compound sounds. So, well, we've only heard the hard sounds K and the G so far, but now comes the second part of the little rule. To determine what is the sound when the following letter is a vowel, we need to distinguish two groups of vowels. Just imagine why? Well, because we have soft vowels and hard vowels. Do you remember the vowel rows I showed you in Lesson 2 containing all the vowel sounds? We just have to divide the rows in two parts like this. On this part we have the soft or sweet vowels, and over here we have the hard vowels. Hard vowels are A, O, no matter if it's narrow or open sound, and U. Soft vowels are I and E, no matter about narrow or open sound. The sound U, as we know, does not exist in Italian, so the choice is very simple for it. Ultimately, hard vowels are A, O, and U. The soft ones are E and I. So, the five written vowels are divided into a group of three and a group of two. So we have the sounds C, CE, G, J. That's soft sound when they come before a soft vowel, I or E. Instead, before a hard vowel, we have the hard sounds Ka, Ko, Ku, Ga, Go, Gu. Very simple, isn't it? Let's ask Siri for some examples. Siri, scusa, che cosa abbiamo come esempi di C davanti a vocale?
Vuoi prima le vocali dolci o quelle dure?
Come vuoi tu.
Per le dolci avrei queste, cibo e celeste.
Bene, e per le vocali dure?
Camera, colore, culla.
Si nota che la C ha suoni molto diversi fra vocali dolci e dure.
Certamente. Vuoi anche alcune parole dove compaiono entrambi i suoni?
Magari.
Senti questa, cucina. Oppure quest'altra, perspicace.
Ottimi esempi, ma vediamo anche la G?
Sì, per le vocali dolci avrei gente e giro.
E per le dure?
Gamba, gondola, gufo. Ti piacciono?
Divertenti, direi. Hai anche parole che contengono entrambi i suoni?
Sì, eccole qua. Gigante, gregge.
Ah, è vero, dobbiamo anche parlare delle doppie. Yes, my friends, as you know, consonants may be and often are double in Italian. So, what about double C and double G? That's very simple. The rule is the same. It all depends on what comes next, after the double letter. We pronounce them hard when followed by a consonant or a hard vowel, soft if followed by a soft vowel. But we need to be careful. Pronounced sound is double, as is the written form. Siri, senti, abbiamo anche degli esempi di doppie?
Ma certo, proviamo queste. Accesa, accusa.
Interessante. E poi?
Queste, legge, leggo. Si nota la differenza.
Altro che.
Accredito, agglomerato, succulento, succedere, suggellare.
Stai sfoderando tutto il vocabolario.
Ne potrei trovare per settimane.
Va bene, Siri, so che sei molto impegnata.
Sì, un po'.
Non ti tratteniamo oltre, ti ringraziamo dell'aiuto e ti salutiamo.
Grazie a voi. Quando vuoi rimango a disposizione.
Grazie di nuovo, Siri, e buona giornata.
Buona giornata a voi.
So, my friends, we've seen the simple rule about pronunciation of chi and g before consonants or vowels, which is a very easy rule. So, you might think you know how to pronounce these two letters in Italian, but at this point, there is a surprise waiting for you. Is it the good or bad surprise? I don't know. But the fact is, Italian is a very rich language. We've just seen that these consonants have soft sound before soft vowels and hard sounds before hard vowels. However, in Italian, we can also find them the other way around, as you could hear hard k or g sounds before soft vowels and soft ch or j sounds before hard vowels. How is this possible? With the help of other letters used as mere graphic signs and no sound of their own. The opposite sounds are easily identifiable by how the words are written, so the easy little rule has an expansion allowing us to pronounce the contrary sounds. This way, we'll understand aspects of the Italian language and some well-known words that may seem confusing if you don't know the specific little rules of writing. So, my friends, the little rule is accompanied by the opposite little rule that we're going to see in the next lesson. Let's study them separately just to keep things simple and easy. Now, I suggest you to watch this video again if you like, stopping it after the proposed words and trying to repeat them, pronouncing the correct sounds in the right places, in particular the soft and hard sounds of chi and g. Then, in the next lesson, we will see how to use chi and g with opposite sounds. And remember, you can request and propose anything about Italian pronunciation, give advice on how to improve this channel, or propose your preferred topics in order to speak Italian like an Italian. Are you unsure about the pronunciation of some difficult word? Write that in the comments. Do you want to know about the weather in Italy, maybe? Well, let me know. Cari amici poliglotti, arrivederci, a presto. Ciao!